Askeriler 1 minut vaqt qoldi. Kazakhstan'da judochilarning qo'llashlari qayda? Belgiyada yerda shirinlik bergan sportchilarga taqdimotga qo'shildi. Almaty ready. Less than 1 minute to go.
Welcome to Almaty and day 2 of competition at this year's Cadet World Championships. Almaty is Kazakhstan's largest metropolis and lies at the foothills of the Trans-Ili-Alatu mountains. It boasts a wealth of landmarks, including the Central State Museum and Zenkov Cathedral, a Tsarist era Russian Orthodox Church. We're about to get underway with the final block and the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 48 kilo category. This features Assunta Scuto of Italy. She'll be up against Bukentur Karabulut of Turkey. It'll be Scuto in the white judogi and Karabulut in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Jean-Jacques Ruska of France. And with commentary on this and all of this afternoon's medal matches, it's a very warm welcome to Anthony Corelli. Good afternoon, Anthony.
Good afternoon, Sheldon. Yes, what a fantastic morning. Of course, this is the first day we have categories that also exist in the senior division, so I wonder if some of the senior competitors on the World Judo Tour are keeping an eye on this tournament, just who they might have to look out for, especially considering someone like Daria Baladin is not much older than these competitors right now.
No, it's quite true, although I suspect that given the state of the way that national teams work out, is that, let's say that you're on the Turkish national team, you're probably up there and you'll have practiced with someone like Dilara Lokmanikim, who's the Turkish #1 and that kind of thing at some stage, and they'll have put them in their place. Daria Biladin is a different case in point, because she'll have been going in there as a cadet or junior and putting them in their place.
Yeah.
Right, well, here we go then with the first of the bronze medal contest. 4 weight categories to bring you in this final block, and it's Scuto who began the day as the #1 seed, if I'm not mistaken, Anthony.
Yes, she was. She lost to Yoshioka in the quarterfinals, and then she won the repechage to compete for the bronze medal against Karabulut of Turkey. Here we are. We're underway.
The Italians have been having a pretty good time of it. As far as the women are concerned, they've been there or thereabouts in every weight category, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been doing really well. I'm curious, I would love to have some kind of look at their developmental structure and system in place to see what's creating all these young athletes. And you know, for example, to be seeded #1, you had to have competed throughout the year. So they're going to competitions, they're making their presence felt, and they're getting the results.
I think they've got a reasonably long history of a good development program. The structure must be sound, you know, to bring players through cadet, junior, and then senior level. I can't remember them having picked up a big senior medal at 48 kilos, but definitely at 52, where they've got the Olympic silver medalist in Odette Giuffrida. You know, that's a big medal, isn't it?
Yeah.
You take an Olympic medal there, and then they had the Olympic champion at under 57 kilos in Beijing, Giulia Quintavalle.
She has to unhook this leg here. She has her foot hooked like a kochi just to prevent her from being lifted and taken back. Karabudla looks physically very strong.
She was the one who was in the better position for scoring there, wasn't she? Scuto looked a little bit defensive there.
She just had to unhook that little kochi hook, and she could have picked her up and thrown her back for an uranagi. So it looks like the feeling out process is coming to an end, and they're going to start opening up here. One Shido now to Karabulut. Scuto really putting on the pressure. Has Karabulut backed up into the corner here. Ooh, nice little bit of ashiwaza there. Both right-handed fighters, kind of their lapel hand sort of negating the posture of the other. Oh, this is bad. So now they each get a Shido, which means Karabulit, with 2 minutes remaining, has 2 Shidos. That's going to change the complexion of this contest. Skuto has to really push the pace now. Perhaps Karabulit is going to open up and make something available. That was a nice attempt there. Mate is called. Looks like she was going for a Sore Tsurukomigoshi. Trying to cross grip. Strong Kumikata battle taking place here. This is for a bronze medal. You have to have that perfect balance of going for it but also being cautious. And that's the name of the game when it comes to judo. Drop down, that's a nice, that's going to score. That's a Wazari now for Skuto. 1 minute 8 seconds remaining. She ties up the triangle. Let's see if she can roll her over for an Osai Komi. She's trying to get that upper body to turn. She's probably going to have to grab the far leg. She's hooking the arm. That's it. That's on. That's a hold down. She only needs 10 seconds now to score the ippon. That is on tight. Her foot is behind the knee. That is a strong Sankaku hold down. And that's it. Bronze medal now for Assunta Skuto from Italy. And Beckett Nur Karabulit will get the 5th place. Wonderful combination. She threw her and then immediately went for that Sankaku. That's been one of the moves of the day, really, in Newaza. Everyone's just, for Tachiwaza, the move of the day is that deep Kosotogake, and on the ground, it's really been that Sankaku Osai Komi.
Well, Skuto came through despite the fact that she came under real pressure from Karabulit. That's a good win, and in a way it's a bit of a save, if you see what I mean. Having come in here as the #1 seed, you know, you salvage a medal, don't you? And maybe that's the emotion that you're seeing there now.
Drops down to Ponce, beautiful.
Good finish, yeah.
Really good drive. Yeah, and you know, if Yoshioka does get a gold medal, then she really only lost 1 fight to the gold medalist, and that's not a bad showing.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. She saved it. It was a save.
Second bronze medal contest. Coming up here is Alexia Nascimento of Brazil versus Kriza Anna of Hungary. Kriza is in the white judo gi, and Nascimento is in the blue judo gi.
Referee from Serbia, Mr.
Sinisa Skabic of Serbia is the referee.
Please welcome judoka in white judo gi. Representing Hungary, several times European Cadet Cup medalist, Kriza Anna. In blue judo gi, representing Brazil, 2019 Pan-American Cadet Champion.
Right, so we know that this is the Pan-American champion in the blue judogi walking in, so there's the level there. Now, we've already had a gold medal winning performance from the Hungarians yesterday, didn't we, in the under 40 kilo category?
Yes.
I wonder whether Kriza Anna can follow that up. Maybe she was inspired by either rooming with a teammate or at least being around success. And here she is with a chance to take a medal. She hasn't finished with the attempted tip yet.
She is really tall for this division. Almost, she has to be close to Daria Billard's tight. Look at her legs are so long. Hopefully she knows how to use them, because they could be a definite tool.
Nascimento isn't short either, to be honest.
I'm seeing a lot of this, instead of grabbing the Serote arm, it's a lapel. Oh, she got out there. She did have Osai Komi for a moment, and again, look at that, she's going for that Trying to isolate that arm and get a sankaku. Utilizing those long arms to get that grip first. She has her back. Leg is hooked in. That's it. Oh, and she unhooked. No. She went for Sumagaishi. Put her own back on the mat. So there was not a distinguishable and an identifiable technique applied by Kriza. Strong overhand left grip now by Kriza. Minutes, 48 seconds remaining. Bronze medal contest, minus 48 kilograms. I like this style of judo, and they lock up, they engage, they hook their legs, and it gives you that impression that someone's going to go. Makes it very exciting.
The one difference that I would say that you see here, this looks good. Sangaku Gatami, she's done that earlier on today, has Kriza a single slip on the ground, and now she has to change. You have to get 10 seconds out of that. She did. She just squeezed 10 seconds out. Now we're halfway through the contest. There's Wazari on the board. There's still plenty of time left on the clock.
Well, I was surprised that Nascimento got out of that. It seemed pretty tied up in the beginning.
Well, yesterday it was her teammate who gave an absolute masterclass on the ground, Mamira Lucha, and there was no way that you were going to make a slip on the ground and get out. Once you made that slip, you were gone. Not the case with Kriza. She wasn't quite as sharp as her teammate.
I think Nascimento is physically very strong as well. We are having a review. During the last exchange, they came crashing to the ground. Let's see if that's going to score.
Minute 20 left to go. Kriza with nice lead here. Just needs to, manage things properly here. Shido free, still looking strong. Awkward because she's tall, leggy, long limbs. Nascimento not threatening at the moment. This is a good position for the Hungarian to be in. She's got to be able to bring it home from here.
Yeah, if Nascimento opens up, she may make herself more susceptible to one of these attacks. Wow, almost got caught, little Ashiwaza there. And again, that leg is immediately hooked in. Again, oh man, she is immediate. Less than a minute now remaining in this bronze medal contest. Really once they get a hold of each other, they're traveling to the outside almost immediately. They should stay right in the center.
Well, there you go. There was too much pressure on for Nascimento. She had to try and make something happen, and in doing so offered up the opportunity for Kriza to come up with a throwing technique that finished things off. 38 seconds left on the clock. It's Kriza Anna of Hungary, who follows on from her teammate taking the gold medal in the under 40 kilo category yesterday. She takes a bronze medal in the under 48 kilo category. Nascimento has to settle for a 5th place finish, which is not necessarily such a bad thing at a World Championships.
Yeah, Kriza, she looks like she has all the attributes to be a medalist and a contender in any age group. Let's see how she does in juniors and seniors. I mean, she looks like she's dedicated and she's here to stay.
You can see the victory of Kriza Anna of Hungary in the sprint. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first final today. It's final for women under 48 kilo.
We come now to the final of the under 48 kilo category. Yoshioka Hikari of Japan faces Anna Victoria Pulies of Croatia. It's Yoshioka in the white judogi, Pulies in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Vasily Smolin Jr. of Russia, whose father it is that has a birthday today. I just thought I'd mention that, because he himself was an Olympic referee, so why not? Just waiting for the two fighters to make their way to the mat now. There is Mr. Smolin Jr. And it will be Yoshioka of Japan who we get to see first. There she is.
Representing Japan, one-time European Cadet Cup winner.
It's interesting at this age group how different, let's say someone is 16 years old, how different a 16-year-old could look. Some 16-year-olds look like adults, look like they're in their 20s. They shave and they're huge. And some 16-year-olds look like they're 12 years old. It's incredible. The reason I'm saying that is Yoshioka looks really young.
Yeah, I don't think that Yoshioka is going to be allowed in any bars, is she? No. Looking like 12.
Whoa. She fires off a left-handed drop down Sionagi immediately. And she's transitioning to Newaza, gets on top. Wow. She is not wasting any time. She's tying up the upper body. And she's going to try and get this leg out. And she's been doing this all day. Pulies, I thought she had that leg secured. That's Osai Komi.
Yeah, there you go.
How strong is Yoshioka that she's been doing this to everybody? Look at wow. Pulies had it. They called Toketa, but is it Osai Komi again? Because she had her head.
Pulies manages to
wow,
live to fight another day.
She's the only one to get out of one of her hold downs today. And immediately she's on top again, trying to get that leg out. And there it's out again.
Yeah, this time the Kazuri Yoko Shigatami is tight enough here. She's already got Wazari in the board, so 10 seconds is all that's needed. And this time, she finishes up with the classic Yoko Shigatami. Here's Anthony. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, what a performance. She kind of made it look easy today. She really beat everybody. I don't think anybody lasted the entire contest with her. So, future looks bright. Pulies, silver medal. She's going to have to be happy with that. But Yoshioka is going to go home a world champion. World Cadet Judo Champion 2019. Very impressive showing at these World Championships. Man, I'm going to keep an eye on her.
The really unfortunate thing, as I'm sure you'll agree with what I'm going to say, is that the sheer depth of talent at under 48 kilos for Japan may not necessarily lead to a future for Yoshioka. in that weight category. It's just so many of them.
Yeah, and you know, everyone peaks at different times. She could be peaking now, and someone else who she beats now may peak at 24.
Right, we come now to the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 60 kilo category. Turan Bayramov of Azerbaijan faces Genghis-Khan Saginaliyev of Kyrgyzstan. It's Bayramov in the white judogi, Saginaliyev in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Orlando Cruz of the Dominican Republic.
Please welcome judoka in white judogi, representing Azerbaijan, 2019 European Cadet Champion, Turan Bayramov.
Orlando Cruz, it sounds like an actor's name.
Go boxer, you know, flyweight Orlando Cruz. Just hear the announcement.
A baseball player, actually.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, first baseman Orlando Cruz, you know, infield. You ain't going to find any Orlando Cruz playing lineman for the Seahawks, are you? It's not going to work, is it? It just doesn't work. Middle linebacker Orlando Cruz. Nope.
Here we go. Bayramov in the white judogi from Azerbaijan. Saginaliyev from Kyrgyzstan in the blue judogi. Mate called. They both get Shido's, I believe, for both stepping out. So they're a little relaxed. Wow, he exploded just as I said that. I don't know if he was trying to draw him into a certain pace and then catch him off guard, but it seemed that they were having that little feeling out moment.
Bayramov has adopted that tactic all day. You know, it's not that he ambushes them, he just won't let anyone settle. He's very quick to get involved.
Wow. He definitely has quick hips. He's favoring his hand. A second stepping out Shido now, given to Saginaliyev.
Well, you can't pick up 2 penalties in the first minute and expect to stick around for the rest of the contest. 3 minutes is just too long to live when you've got 2 penalties against you.
And again, they go immediately to the perimeter. I don't know why they didn't score that. That looked like a technique. They're going to review this. I believe that is going to be a score. At least it looked like that from here. Bayramov really favoring that right hand. It's already taped up and he's bending his fingers back and forth. He seems to be in pain. There it is. You could call that an Ouchigari. He changed directions. I wonder if we're going to have any pawn here. No, Hajime called. Wow. He was immediately waiting for him to go for that overhand grip and then using that sleeve and firing off an attack. So if you're a counter thrower, what do you do when the person doesn't go for that grip? He's waiting, see? As soon as he grabs the overhand grip, oh no, he changed it this time. That's going to be a Rosari now. But Saginaliyev. That should be a Rosaria piece in my opinion, but easier said from here.
I like it. You know. Trying to get off his back and give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, that throw was good, but the one before I thought scored as well. Let's see how Bermov is going to respond to this adversity. Ooh, he got countered. And that's going to be, was Adil was set to, oh no, that's a straighty punt. Man, he really drove and forward with that Ouchigari and just was countered to his back.
Stagin Aliyev it is who comes up with the big score, but as I said to you, he's not going to go the distance. He couldn't afford to go the distance because there was that, he already had 2 penalties against him. He had to come up with something big, and to his credit, he ends up burying one of the better players in the competition, Turan Bayramov of Azerbaijan. Good win.
Congratulations, bronze medal goes to Kyrgyzstan. You can see the highlights of this bronze medal contest on the screen.
Grabs the belt. Beautiful, beautifully executed.
Right, we come to the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 60 kilo category.
This is going to be very interesting. We have 2 Kazakh fighters here battling it out for a bronze medal.
Indeed we do, and I dare say that there are a few camps in the audience. Marlin Adil of Kazakhstan goes up against teammate Nursultan Zazigaliev. It'll be Adil in the white judogi, Zazigaliev in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Everardo Garcia of Mexico. Zazigaliev has impressed me early on today. We saw him a few times. I dare say if you've got an unusual name, you're going to get remembered anyway, but I think more than that. Adil as well, we saw him a couple of times down on map 1. He looked quite handy.
I had the opportunity to watch Marlin Adil a little more than Zazigaliev.
Yeah.
But I did see both. Yeah, this is, I want to see how this audience is going to respond to this.
No coaches, as is usually the case when you've got fighters from the same country going out.
That's some Marlin chants.
Odd little exchange there because the Uchimata attempt was so poor that it wasn't really worth putting it in, and the attempt to turn him over was so weak that it really wasn't worth mentioning. But I thought I'd mention both of them because it was just a poor exchange.
Yeah, it's interesting because if someone does counters, sometimes you might go for an Uchimata to try and get the response.
Well, that was a little bit better. His feet nearly hit the lighting rafters there. And he did come down to his side. I think Everardo Garcia made a good decision there. He had a look, he considered the landing, not the flight. Everyone's on their feet screaming Ippon, but that was because he flew very high. What we have to consider is the landing, and he didn't land him flat on his back. He landed him on his side and then pushed him onto his back. I think that that was a reasonable score for Wazari. He's not on his back.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even the best angle. And you've got someone that's standing 1.5 meters away, who's one of the best referees in the world. He's then got to realise, as he does, well, I've got this Kazakh crowd, you know, on my back here. They're going to be screaming for Ippon. What do I give? I don't care what the crowd thinks. It's what you as the referee think, and it's what you, in your professional opinion, have decided is the right score to give. He didn't give it quickly, he took his time, Wazari, and it turned out to be the right score.
Oh! Jujigatami attempt there by Zazagaliev. That's the same thing. Anytime you fly in an airplane, the flight's fine, but it's the landing that's important.
What an analogy. I never thought about that one. Yeah. Was it a good flight? It was terrible, but you landed well.
Yeah.
Lovely, Anthony. Really good. That was a good one.
Because the converse, you know, it was
the flight was great.
Yeah, the landing was horrible.
Completely missed the landing, though. Okay. I shall use that in the referees' meeting later on.
Oh man!
I'm gonna write that down.
These guys are contorting their bodies to avoid being thrown. So Zazagliev has everything on the board. 2 Shidos. He has the only score. Marlin Adil has nothing. No score. No Shidos. Just a whole lot of fight left in the tank. Look at this! Wow! Driving back now. I think that's a Wazari. Oh. He really, let's see how, well then again, he landed on the elbow and the hip, so maybe not.
He's not going to be very popular, is he, Everardo Garcia, the referee in the middle. However, what he will be is correct.
Ooh.
And there's no score there. You know, the elbow is down. He's got to have some part of the scoring part of the body there. He gets his elbow down to break that fall. That for me is no score. You know, the referee gives it, bang. He's given a decision. They then need and again he's rolling off that. He doesn't give a score. You know, can you imagine if he's your dad, what you're going to get for Christmas? It's not going to be the whole toy shop, is it?
Yeah.
And he picks up a 3rd penalty for the leg grab as well, to make things worse. But that's the rule.
Yeah.
The referee's not there to dictate or control the contest. He's just there to record the things that happen. And all that he's done is to say, look, I'm afraid that you've, you know, infringed the rules here. You know, there's nothing else that he could do.
Well, what an excellent teammate.
He tried to help him out, didn't he?
So Marlin Adil, the winner, without doing anything. I mean,
goes to Kazakhstan, and the bronze medalist in under 60 kilos, Marlin Adil.
he had the Wazari and he had the 2 Shidos. So let's see. Wow, that was nice.
You can see it look perfectly from that. You can read the back number. Well, once you can see the back number and you can see the name, it can't be Ippon. So that was Wazari was a good score.
Yeah,
he did a good job.
Obviously, if you can read it, it's not on his back.
No, he's not on his back.
I want to see that final penalty. No, we're not going to see
Not going to see that one. We come now to the final of the under 60 kilo category. Sugioka Keiji of Japan faces Kamran Suleimanov of Azerbaijan. It will be Sugioka in the white judogi, Suleimanov in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Frank Dirch of Germany. This, for me, is going to be the battle of 2 contrasting styles. We all know the way that the Japanese prepare and what you can expect from them. Well, Kamran Suleimanov is typical Azeri in his preparation and presentation. We shall see that now.
Yeah, both these guys had really tough draws. They had to beat top players to get where they are, and they did. They looked outstanding. This is going to be an incredible final. I think we really have the two best in the world right here in this final, minus 60 kilogram World Cadet Judo Championships 2019, Almaty, Kazakhstan. We're going to find out who the best in the world is today. This one's making me a little, I got some butterflies here.
Yeah, well, I think the other thing that you spoke about is the fact that we're now dealing with weights that you recognize as, these are men's weights.
Yeah.
So you've got 60 kilos. You're going to see some real judo here from two of the biggest styles in the world. Sugioka from Japan and Suleimanov, who represents that sort of former Soviet style block of fighting.
Wow, the way Suleimanov was pointing to the face, I thought for a second the referee interpreted it as tapping, but he was pointing back in. Anyway, okay, it was the right call. I just got concerned for a moment. 3 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in this gold medal contest. Wonderful little bit of Ashiwaza there. But Sugioka really tripping him up and making it difficult for Suleimanov to get his footing and hopefully in a position to lift. Looks like he wants to give him a big bear hug and just lift him. Wow. I thought it was a foregone conclusion. He was getting thrown, somehow able to avoid it. As soon as Suleimanov had a grip that was imposing, Sugioka attacked, and now he's at the advantage. If he can get that foot out, it's going to be Osai Komi. Mate is called. There's that Kosokagake. Now, he did put him to his back, but there was a beat in between. I don't know if that was enough of a pause not to consider it a score. I guess so. I thought that was a score. No, we're calling looks like a review coming up here. I think we're going to have a Wazari.
So this action is under review. Frank Dirge is another referee in the middle who has said, I didn't see anything worth giving. I'm not giving it. And after review, the commission have decided, Frank, you can stay with your original decision. There was no score. We've got some good people in the middle. And the nice thing is that even though we are two levels removed away from the IJF World Tour, you've got the top people refereeing here. You've got IJF A, Olympic referees, World Championship referees refereeing at this level. I wonder if this is the same, with other sport organisations like FIFA or something, like that. And I can't imagine that you're going to get the, National Football League high school final and find out that the you know, the umpire or the head referee did the Super Bowl a couple of weeks before. Nice score there, on the board now. Couldn't keep him off. And that 40-second mark comes to loom large. Loretta Cusack-Doyle and I talk about scoring at 40 seconds. You do that, you put it in the bag.
Keeping very busy now on the ground, eating up that clock, but actually trying to make something happen. Here it is, he's pulling him over, and he's going to try and fasten that. Look, he's going to eat up the whole time. Suleimanov having to escape.
Absolutely.
Now, Suleimanov had a hard time breaking the grip of Tsujioka, and he was getting penalized for it, but he was really just trying to break free. Tsujioka now getting a Shido. Ooh. And that's going to be it. He's going to eat up the clock here. And that's it. There's your world champion. Back-to-back Japanese world champions. Minus 48 kilos women and 60 kilogram men.
Gold medalist in 2019 World Cadet Champion.
Tsujioka Keiji of Japan is the world champion at under 60 kilos, and if only the Japanese could be celebrating an under 60 kilo winner in about, well, a little under 12 months from now, maybe 11 months, when we are in Tokyo for the Olympic Games. They would love to have an Olympic champion at under 60 kilos, because the last time they experienced that was Nomura Tadahiro way back in Athens. It was a Korean to win in Beijing, Chomino. It was a Russian to win in London in Arsene Galston, who's coaching here, by the way, at these Cadet World Championships. There's another Russian to win in Rio, in Beslan Mudranov. And they'll do well to win it in Tokyo. But hey, they've won it here. Right, we've got the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 48 kilo category to come now. Let's have a look at the lineup of the athletes, and the medals are being presented by the president of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Marius Wiesner.
By the president of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Marius Wiesner. Bronze medalists are representing Hungary.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Kriza Anna of Hungary. There's a bronze medal also for Assunta Scuto of Italy.
Silver medalist representing Croatia.
Silver medal goes to Anna Victoria Puljes of Croatia. The gold medal goes to Yoshioka Hikari of Japan.
For Japan, Yoshioka Hikari. Prize money and the mascots will be presented by member of the International Judo Federation Education Commission, Olympic silver medalist, and General Secretary of the Kazakhstan Judo Federation.
Жасөспірімдер арасындағы әлем чемпионатынан жүлдегерлер мен жеңімпаздарына ақшалай сыйлық пен ақшалай жүлделерді табыс ететін халықаралық дзюдо федерациясының мүшесі Олимпиада ойындарының күміс.
The ladies that are carrying the trays here, I wonder if that's a traditional Kazakh outfit.
If not, it's not a fashion that I've seen anywhere else. So
Las Vegas.
it's a new one on me. I suspect that it is, as you say, traditional Kazakh dress. And now the national anthem of Japan.
Thank you very much.
Well, we're partway through day 2 of competition at the Cadet World Championships, and it's only the second time that we've heard the Japanese national anthem. So it's not, you know, clean sweep all the way through or dominated, you know, by Japan. Kazakhstan, Hungary, Turkey, Chinese Taipei have enjoyed some success, but on this occasion it was Yoshioka of Japan to take the gold medal. Pulias of Croatia put in a really good performance to take the silver, and it was Skuto and Kriza who came up with the bronze medal winning performances. Well, we've got the under 52 kilo category coming up next. The first of the bronze medal contests features Ariane Toro Soler of Spain. She's going to be going up against Mariam Amakadova of Russia. It's Toro Soler in the white judogi, Amakadova in blue. There are the two fighters. I didn't get to see a lot of Amakadova earlier on. The referee in the middle of this one is Ramzi Shamirov of Tajikistan. He didn't have to come that far, did he?
Yeah, no.
He probably drove here 1,500 miles maybe.
Amakadova, I've seen her around, I think she's in my hotel.
Yes, the Russian team is staying where we are. 48 kilos, Amakadova, got a mountain to climb if she's going to take the top spot in that weight category. That's not going to happen in a hurry with Irina Dolgova, Alessia Kuznetsova. There's quite a few of them in there. We're going to give her plenty of competition. Right, we're underway. With
Toro Soler looks all fired up. Yeah, look at the sharp right angle she faces her opponent with.
Again, look at the height of Amakadova.
Yeah, there seems to be again, I mentioned it last time, a change in the typical, stereotypical physique of a judoka, taller and thinner. I don't know if it's because of the rule changes. Perhaps you can't grab the legs, so you can have a taller fighter. I'm just guessing.
Well, if there was going to be some change, and it came about as a result of a rule change, it would have taken a few years to filter down. So now is the time when you would be seeing it, because what would have happened a few years ago when we initially had that rule change is players who were already involved in the sport would have tried to adapt, and you would have seen them gradually, you know, fizzle out.
Yeah.
And then new ones who had to adapt to new styles would be more successful because their body types would allow them to win more, lose less, become more competitive, and then coaches and, you know, players would start to gravitate in that direction. So I think it's possible. It's perfectly logical.
Yeah, I mean the rule now is 4 years. This 4th year you can't grab the legs around there.
Maybe longer.
Maybe longer.
Yeah.
Was it been 2 cycles? Maybe 8 years. So either way, if it's 8
Beijing
years,
was the last. Yeah, so Beijing was 2008. So I think by the time that we came to
12 years this year.
By the time we came to Tokyo in 2010, yeah. So at least it's at least 9 years.
Which makes total sense. If these athletes are 16 years old,
yeah,
they started judo at 8 years old.
The only thing they've ever known,
yeah,
is no leg grabs. Yeah. And I think we had to give it a certain length of time, because it's only now when you ask, you know, I can't think of a subject where you would say to an older group of people, is it better now than it was before? Think about anything you like, Anthony, anything. You say, you know, baseball, American football, or ice hockey, or basketball. Oh, well, back in the day it was this or this. And everyone's always going to say it was better than it was. I remember when summers were hotter and longer and everything when I was a child. And yet when you look on the on the records, the weather records tell you actually it wasn't. They're
Yeah,
hotter
it's all
now.
relative to your
You
experience.
know,
yeah.
exactly. That's how we remember things. And I do remember what it was like. I do come from another generation when they fought in a completely different way, and I like the fact that you don't have to look at two judoka who are bent over double.
Yeah.
They're standing up and much more open, and we're getting to see nicer techniques. I wonder when, if we go back, 15 years, 20 years ago, how many times you saw Koji Gaki being one of the top scoring techniques. You couldn't get near him to carry out Koji Gaki.
Yeah, I mean, this is not my generation, but it's still good.
Sangaku Gatami turnover coming here.
Wow.
Just needs to straighten herself up. There you go. And now that's beautifully trapped. The lower half of the body really does it, because you need that leverage. You need your legs free, because the top half is done. That's nice and tight. Just keep that squeeze on. You can see it, the grimace on her own face there, and she puts as much pressure on as possible. And then the hand goes as well. That's gone now. A really well worked turnover from Mariam Abkhadova of Russia.
Yeah, that was textbook.
Yeah, Mariam Parasoler, once that was on, was going to find it extremely difficult to get out of it. Good work on the ground from Abkhadova. She looks like 12 as well, doesn't she?
She's not even breathing heavy. Amkhadova.
Bronze medal goes to Russia. The highlights.
You realize that we've had 7 contests already. We've only got 5 left.
Yeah, we're breezing through this.
And it's 5-5 here. I can join you for that gym session then.
Yeah.
I heard the in your voice, like, yeah, that's going to happen.
Well, I already worked out twice today, so
I'll give that
third
pass.
time.
Yeah, pass.
Every time I go down to use the treadmill, someone's cutting weight downstairs at the hotel, so I just went in the sauna.
Yeah, sit down in the steam room might do just as well for me. Right, I'm looking forward to the upcoming contest in the under 52 kilo category, bronze medal contest between Ellen Henniger of the Netherlands. She's going up against Marisol Toro of the United States of America. It'll be Henniger in the white judogi, Toro in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Turbat Ensetseg of Mongolia. I'm going to stick my neck out here and say the longer this contest goes on for, the bigger the chance that Marisol Toro has. If Henniger is clever, she'll have been following what has been happening during the day, and she'll know, I want to get this one done within 2 minutes, because I can't leave this girl on the tatami for that long.
Yeah, and if you were tuned in yesterday, you would have saw Marisol Toro's sister sitting at the desk for a moment.
That's right, Lucia.
Henniger is an animal. I don't think she's strong. And Marisol Toro, she seems a little bit more petite, a little less physical, but she has that endurance.
Fine boned.
Yeah.
Fine bone. It's like fine boned china and earthenware. You know, you drop your earthenware on your tile floor at home, you might be lucky. You can still pick it up in one piece.
Oh man, look at her face.
You drop your bone china, you better get the dustpan and brush.
Look at her go, jeez. What? She just dove on her.
Well, they've all approached Toro with in the right way. They know they've got to try and steamroll her, get past her, unsettle her, get her to pick up penalties, score on her, make it really uncomfortable, just rush her. She likes to settle.
Oh boy.
Good turn.
She really just used her strength there. That was not even technical. Does she have the arm out? Is the arm? No,
No, she
brought
was
back.
on it. Well, the problem for all of these fighters is that they're dealing with someone who wants to be on the ground. You know, Toro likes to fight on the ground. Clever got the leg trap right away.
Yeah, but she does. It's a large opening though. The way she has her leg. See that? It just took her.
Couldn't get out the second time, and she hasn't got the physical strength to fight off Henniger in the top half of the body.
Yeah, look at her squeezing. That shoulder is just crushing the face of Toro, and she's not going to give up.
No.
She's not going to get out.
Right, before we come to Henniger, who is the bronze medalist here and has good performance, and she's done exactly what she should have done. And as I said right at the beginning, do it quick. Don't give Toro a chance to settle here. You don't want to be hanging around with a fighter who's that dangerous on the ground. And what she did, she took her on the ground. She finished her off on the ground. You know, she caught her when she had the physical strength. We said that as they were walking out. That was a beast. That was an animal. Okay, we may be not the most complimentary of terms, but you know what we're talking about in judo terms. This was a powerful, well-prepared, physically well-prepared athlete who overpowered Toro, who's got that kind of finesse, but you need a chance for that to work, and you don't get that at the beginning of the contest. Your opponent's just too physically strong.
It's so interesting physiologically how they're two girls. I mean, they're within a year apart in age. They are the same weight. That one can be just physically so much, well, appear to be so much stronger than the other. I find it fascinating as a coach, and I get all sorts of 10-year-old kids, and they're just all so different. But yeah, she was just really strong.
Henniger then jumps in there to upset the odds, because Amkadova, the Russian fighter who took the first of the bronze medals, was the number 3 seed. So she did exactly what it said on the tin, and she came up in 3rd place. We've got Nugaeva coming up next to face Toniolo, so we've got the number 1 and number 2 seeds in there. The only one to miss out was the number 4 seed, and that was Marisol Toro. She was, you know, seeded to be on the podium, but she ended up in 5th place. We'll give Anthony a chance to give us his thoughts on that after we introduce these 2 athletes. It's the final of the under 52 kilo category. Veronica Toniolo of Italy faces Lilia Nugaeva of Russia. It'll be Toniolo in the white judogi, Nugaeva in blue. And just make sure that we introduce Enrico Irana of Spain. He's the referee in the middle for this one. Anthony.
Yep, Nugaeva was the only one to beat Henniger, and she beat her in the quarterfinals, which put Henniger in the repechage, where she won, and she just won a bronze medal. So Nugaeva obviously is very strong to beat Henniger, and let's see how she does here against Toniolo. I think Nugaeva, if I'm going to guess, also obviously we're not betting men here, but if I was to bet, I think Nugaeva is going to take this one. But then again, Veronica Toniolo always finds that way to win. It's a good thing we're not betting.
No, indeed, and these two have gone head-to-head in the past. It was Toniolo who came out on top when she defeated Nugaeva in the semi-final of the Continental Cup back in March.
And she almost threw her in 15 seconds right there. Toniolo, speaking of being physical, she's coming after her.
Well, I think this could be a hangover from their previous matchup, as I say, back in March in that semi-final in the Continental Cup in Tula, when she defeated Nugaeva. And she probably realizes, look, there's another one that I don't want to be hanging around with. Nice, body shape for 52 kilos, reasonably tall, they're not short and squat, a good height.
A Shido apiece now given to both competitors.
And she's been on with her before, so she knows what it's like to have her at the end of your hands. It's not a surprise. And she's probably thinking, hey, I know how I should be dealing with this particular contest. Let me get this out of the way quickly.
Yeah, this is interesting. This is a really sharp right-angled fighter in Toniolo versus a very sharp left-handed fighter in Nugaeva. So they're playing that chess game with that inside control and trying to get that hip inside as well. But let's see if someone fakes forward and takes them back. This is going to be fun to watch. Yeah, both fighters, very sharp angles. So they're both going to get that lapel grip first, and they're going to battle for that pulling hand. And there they go. There, and now, Nugaeva got that pulling hand first.
And from the other side of things, looking at it from the Russian side, she's just being that little bit more cautious than she has been in her previous contests today. She really was banging them over and a little bit more open, because she's got experience of having lost to Toniolo on their last and only meeting. So she's been that little bit reticent, I think.
Yeah, they're keeping each other at their arms. Instead of pulling them in, they're keeping their arms straight. A little bit defensive here. Let's see if Nugaeva can do something on the ground. A second Shido given to Nugaeva with a minute 46 seconds remaining. Let's see how that changes the complexion of this fight here. She's going to have to really open up. And I have a feeling that's going to work into Toniolo's favor. And she's going to drive, and oh man.
Could go the other way.
Yeah, she's going to take her back
Oh,
now.
not now. Yeah.
I think a little too much time had elapsed. Jujigutami attempt here by Nugaeva. And she picks her up. And her arm looked like it was pretty extended there, but she's not favoring it at all. Of course, Russia and Italy have a long history with Russian people wearing Italian designers. Trying to get that inside hip. Oh, and she fakes her back, changing directions. There it is, big hip again. Look at Toniolo dropping her whole body weight to avoid being thrown.
Yeah, it's an awkward looking stance that Toniolo is using to combat the attacks from Nugaeva.
It looks like she has a little bit of blood on her hand. She's going over to the medic. Let's see what's going to happen here. Taping up her finger. Age, oh there you go, world ranking number 2, age 17.
This is a really good time for Lilia Nugaeva. She can just gather herself. She's not breathing heavily. Get some advice from the coach.
Yeah, conditioning must be really strong. She's halfway through a fight at a pretty decent altitude, and she's not breathing heavy at all.
Just prepare yourself. Get ready for what we could call round 2. And then be ready for when Toniolo comes back to the tatami. You lost the last time out. However, you're in here nice and strong. And this time it's for the really big prize, which is the Cadet World title.
World title on the line here, 52 kilograms. Day 2 of the World Cadet Judo Championships.
Can't afford another error, however. Already picked up 2 penalties. Nugaeva's looked really good all day, and just that little bit off the pace here in this final up to this point. Here we go, back underway.
Man, it's only 34 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
So superbly conditioned. Now they're fighting with one hand. Trying to get that hit, and she's dropped into her knee. Look at that, they're almost back to back.
Well, she just hasn't been able to get the left hip far enough across to threaten Toniolo. Toniolo is the fighter who's making it really awkward by dropping that right knee and falling away from any kind of engagement. But she's normally doing that either when she's under attack, which is okay to defend, or during her own attacks, making it very, very difficult for Nugayeva to come up with any kind of real attack. Well, we haven't been able to come up with a score during normal time, so we're going to have a period of golden score.
Toniolo's hair is coming out the back. The referee let that go. But yeah, golden score. 2 Shidos on the board now for Nugayeva. 1 Shido on the board for Toniolo. So of course, if Nugayeva gets 1 more Shido, Toniolo's going to get a gold medal. Ooh, nice fake. Swept it back. Gets the hip in front. Tries to power her through. Toniolo trying to transition to Newaza, trying to turn her over, but no, Mate's called. And they're going to meet again in the center of the tatami. And Hajime is called. She's trying to drive back. Now she's on her knees. Nugayeva trying to get that triangle, but Toniolo cleverly getting that hand in there to block that foot from hooking the back of the knee of the other leg. She's holding that foot, but she just has the toes in there.
Yeah, here comes the turn. Hasn't got the power now. 1:20 into golden score. He hasn't got enough power to roll her opponent here.
Trying to fish out that arm to go for a Jujigatami perhaps.
No. Going to need a better position from which to work if she's going to bring that roll off.
Ooh, that's a contact lens, I believe.
Yeah.
She's gonna try and put it back in her eye. Yes, she is. She's lost it again now. The referee's gonna hold on to it, perhaps.
Put that in the pocket. Just remember which one it is, having collected several during the day. Is this yours? Oh, she's picked up a penalty for grabbing hold of the leg. That was in the defense against the attack from Nugayeva. So
it's all matched up here. 2 Shidos apiece and no score on the board. So the next award, whether it be a score or a Shido, is going to determine the winner.
Nugayeva's got to go brave here and go right across with that left leg.
Toniolo is trying to time that Hayatoshi type attack just to try and trip her up and then turn her to her back. Doesn't have to be a clean throw. She just has to trip her up and push and drive and get her back to the mat. 2 minutes, 8 seconds now into golden score.
And again, oh no, they've wiped that off. Taken away that penalty. I'd like to go back and see the action because normally they don't get taken off. It's really clear when that happens.
2-on-1 now. Nugayeva. She breaks her right hand free. This has really been the story of the whole contest thus far. This chess game with the hips.
And Nugayeva is guilty of not being brave enough to go across there. I think she feels it could be. I'd like to see the way that she lost last time. It could be that she got countered in going across there, and now she's reluctant to really throw everything over there on that left side.
I just don't understand. Oh, she does have the far arm, okay.
But she's just waiting too long. And the longer you wait, the bigger the chance is that you'll pick up a penalty. And for me, she's on the brink of picking up a third and final penalty for passivity. If she can't get in an attack before Toniolo on this occasion, I think it's going to go the way of the Italian.
She has that arm taken out. Let's see if she can isolate it to the point where she can extract it.
See, this is a different attack now. So the referee's going to call Mate. He just hasn't been sharp enough in the tempo. Toniolo's been asked to tidy up here. That means that we will get another cycle. Got to get brave here. Can't afford for Toniolo to be first to the attack this time round.
Whoa. Let's see now. Is she gonna? Is this on? She has the leg. She's walking. She's walking. She's walking.
It's not a good sign. I think it's okay now. He just went back to her knees there.
Even if that is across the face, that's going to take its toll.
Last cycle here. Can't see this going for another cycle with Nagaeva avoiding to pick up a passivity penalty if she's not first to the attack.
Trying to bring her the other way.
Not going to happen.
She's too committed. Now she has that arm.
But it's in the wrong place. First time that she's got the top half. Now if she really works on the top half here, she can go for the legs. Squeeze that out. That leg's trapped. Tatishio Gatami.
Oh, she has it.
Yeah, and not enough.
What a reversal. Toniolo able to spin out and get Mate. Wow, a little bit of excitement there. 4 minutes, 50 seconds remaining.
Now 450 we've had of golden score.
Plus, sorry, it's golden score, yeah. The Russian coach looks a little frustrated there at her competitor.
You can see what's happening with Nagaeva. She's really hoping that one of the failed attacks from Toniolo is going to allow her to work on the ground. And you can't rely on that. You may miss out 2 or 3 occasions, and sooner or later you're going to get a penalty for passivity. You've got to come up with your own attacks.
Geez, they're almost back to back. That's crazy.
Nagaeva just hasn't been able to work this out. They always end up in this position, and it's not an attack that threatens Nagaeva, but it just blocks her from attacking. And she's the one who ends up looking passive.
Yeah, every time when she goes for her grip and gives that little foot sweep on the way in, she has some success. Whoa!
First time that she's been in there first and got the right position for attacking.
Yeah, not bad.
Well, this does put her in a good position, not just here on the ground, but the fact that she is back up on the attacks now. So there's no threat of her picking up a penalty for passivity in this cycle because she came up with the big attack.
Yeah.
Now she's got to go over there again and put some pressure on Toniolo. She hasn't attacked that right leg either. The right leg that Toniolo's offering up with the left foot, you know, the ashiwaza. I would attack that leg as well. She hasn't done that. She's always looking to go, you know, right across to that far side without even having attacked this leg at first.
She tried taking her backwards there.
There we go once again. Same turnover. Just isn't the power there to bring it off.
She has the arm. She has her arm threaded through. Let's see if she can do something with this.
There's a better chance for the turnover now. She's a little bit too far away. Needs to get closer to the legs and use the leg to pull over to get some real leverage on the arm.
Whoa.
And Toniolo, in looking to defend that, has almost presented her with the opportunity. If she can work on that leg. Here's a chance now.
Can she find the right angle with regards to pressure? She is pulling the right way. It's against her thumb. She has to find that fulcrum.
No, not going to happen.
Man, I wonder how close that was. We couldn't see exactly where the elbow was in relation to...
A couple of things that were missing there. Control on the arm so that when you did go to the leg, if you controlled the arm enough, you could get the turn and then go back to working on the arm. She didn't have strong enough control on the arm. We're coming up to a third contest.
Yeah.
As far as time is concerned. When it gets to 8 minutes, it means that this is the third contest. Now, she's had the attempt at this shimiwaza before, and Nugaeva fought it off. Doesn't look as though that's happening either. The referee calls Mato.
Yeah, it's so interesting when they have that particular shimiwaza because you can't see where it is. Is it just cranking their neck? Is it across their teeth? Is it under the jaw and they're just fighting it? It's a mystery because their face is down.
I can't see that Nugaeva is going to work out during the contest what she should be doing to get across to that side. But I'd make sure that that left leg was not always the target. It's Toniolo's right leg that she needs to get opened up, and she hasn't been able to do that. So side on, the Italian. She just gave it one little tap there, but it stayed there.
Almost tripped her up there.
This looks a little bit better.
She is just relentless with this choke. I can't see her grip, but
no, that one wasn't there either. Right, so we're 8 minutes and 45 seconds into the golden score period. They had 4 minutes of regular time. This is getting up there, isn't it? It's a little bit like Santiago, Chile all over again.
9 minutes into golden score. And they start to throw, then they abandon it due to fear of being countered. Man, fatigue really has to be setting in at this point. At this altitude and this duration. That's 13 minutes and 14 seconds of competition time. We've been out here for a while.
Well, I can see some of our technical staff beginning to talk about what's going to happen with the scoreboard. they're hoping that this is going to end in the next 30 seconds.
They've been out here for almost 20 minutes now.
I can see a reset coming. Go across with the left hip now. Left hip goes across. Can't drag her over it.
And take her back.
Oh, and for the first time she looks to use the legs to come across with the Ceremonies. Turn over. Keep pushing. She's the one that's come close on the ground apart from the shimiwaza. 10 minutes of golden score, look at that. Don't worry about 4 minutes of regulation time. What about 10 minutes of golden score?
Yeah.
So I think we're record breaking here, are we, Mr. Matthias? Just want to check that with our head of IT. Are we in record breaking ground yet?
I think I heard somewhere on the way here a 14-minute golden score match. I think the athlete that does a really strong fake forward attack and does a tani otoshi or kosoto makikomi.
I think they've seen enough now. Someone's about to be penalised here. Well, there were a couple of occasions, really, when Nugaeva could have been penalised earlier on.
Ladies and gentlemen, gold medalist in 2019 World Cadet Champion in the category for women under 52 kilos in white for Italy, Veronica Tonio.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen a score, obviously. I'm sure everyone else would, but hey, she won a gold medal at the World Championships Cadets.
Congratulations.
I think the thing would have been nice, you know, for it to have ended on a score. It just didn't happen, and both fighters were trying. There was a lot of effort from them, but the styles, I think, were completely unsuited.
They were like mirror images of
Yeah.
one another. Really, they went for the same techniques standing, the same techniques on the ground.
Highlights of this.
Yeah, I mean, it made it an unattractive spectacle in the end, but you know, sometimes that's what happens. Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 60 kilo category.
The medals will be presented by the president of the Kazakhstan Judo Federation.
Kazakhstan Judo Federasyası'nın prezidenti Sayın Kojanjarov.
Bronze medalists are representing Kazakhstan.
And the first of the bronze medals goes to Marlin Adil of Kazakhstan. There's a bronze medal also for Chingizkhan Saginaliev of Kyrgyzstan.
Silver medalist representing Azerbaijan, Kamran.
The silver medal goes to Kamran Suleimanov of Azerbaijan. But the gold medal goes to Sugioka Keiji of Japan.
Prize money and the mascots will be presented by the director of the Judo National Olympic Training Center and Asian champion.
One more weight category to go after this. We've really seen some class fighters today. I know sometimes my colleagues and I talk about fantastic judo or amazing judo or whatever, but I'm not going to go that far, except to say that there have been some real quality fighters on show today. Now, whether or not they're going to go on to achieve things at junior or senior level, that's another question entirely. It's what they've done here in this arena, and I think we have had some very, very good competitors. But it's time now for the national anthem of Japan.
Thank you very much. Family picture with the recent judoka.
İskelek fotoğrafı.
Let's give your warm applause to our medalists, please.
Right, there are the 4 medalists, Adil and Sigan Aliyev. Well, the bronze medal winners, Suleimanov took the silver, and it was Sugioka of Japan to take the gold. Suleimanov is not a happy camper, by the way. Right, we come now to the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 66 kilo category. Tilgen Tenabi of Kazakhstan faces Mikhail Sudlashvili of Greece. It's Tenabe in the white judogi, Sudlashvili in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Friedrich Katlin of Hungary.
Please welcome judoka from Kazakhstan.
Right, well, you've seen these two today. They've both been entertaining. I dare say you'll agree with me that Sudlashvili is a dangerous thrower. So we could be in for some fireworks in this one.
Yeah, he looks really physically strong for this, combined age and weight category. Berezny, the only one thus far to beat Sudlashvili.
And we'll see Berezny in the final. Tanabe not hanging around, deciding he's going to be first. He's not going to wait to see what Sudlashvili has got in the locker.
Well, the Kazakh fighter is not facing another Kazakh fighter, so he has the entire support, undivided support of the audience in attendance here tonight.
Not quite enough to come up with a score, but he's quickly onto the shimiwaza. Referee deciding that was across the chin. That looked pretty good to me.
I thought he called Mate because he was standing up and picked him up. That was under the chin.
Now, if the shimiwaza could reasonably have been applied, they would have allowed that to continue. As long as he was in contact with the ground, unless he was picked off the ground completely.
Tenabe is coming out of the block strong. He's really putting the pressure on Sudlashvili. Let's see if he can maintain this pace. 1 minute now gone in this bronze medal contest. 3 minutes to go. 66 kilograms. And it's funny, at this age group, if these people continue to fight in junior and senior, I wonder if they'd be able to maintain this weight. Ooh.
Yes, Wazari. It's Wazari from this side. The referee was hidden. She won't have been able to see that. So her having not given a score for me is okay. And they've decided to go with it. Okay. Looked good to me. Just to help you out at home, the decision is not made entirely by the referee in the middle. He's helped by 2 contest judges who sit on this side. They've got the view that we have. They had a good view of that. It was away from her and they decided no score. I'm sure when you see the replay of that, there'll be a good reason why that was not given. Holding on to one side of the jacket, that cross grip has cost Sulashvili a single Judo. Pressing forward here, looking for a big right arm over the top. Mind you, Tanabe's got the same grip. Well, you've got to go quickly. Tanabe collapsed that. Sumigeshu is going nowhere.
Tanabe is one step ahead of Tsutlashvili in every aspect here. He's getting the grip first, he's attacking first. Now Tsutlashvili has 2 Judos with a minute and a half left.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to settle here, Tsutlashvili. He may have gone onto his front. It could be a suspicion of how he got there.
Yeah, he spun off his head.
Yeah. Okay, he was put on his head as opposed to having. Well, now they want to have a look at it. There will be an unnatural shape here. Oh, could have been off the side, I wonder. We got one look at it. Just feel as though he was. No, it is Hansaku Mako. They are fierce with youngsters with regard to possible neck injuries and things like that.
Wow. That was all of a sudden, I thought maybe he was going to get a score. I was sorry for that, and he got Hansaku Maki.
Yeah.
Bronze medal given to Tainabe of Kazakhstan.
Just have to say something about the Greek coach there. He was absolutely adamant with his fighter that it was the right decision. Calmed him down right away. Didn't want any, he was waving no argument. He pointed to his head and he said to him, bow, make sure you bow, and then took him off. Took that well, because it was the loss of the medal. There's another look at it there. And here's another look.
Congratulations, bronze medal.
See, there's a shape that your body takes. It can't take that naturally.
That arch, yeah.
Yeah, that on that side as well. You can see he's looking to avoid it, and he's using his head to help him avoid going over. That's why that was given. Right, we've got a second bronze medal contest coming up now. Fukuda Yamato of Japan faces Matheus Pereira of Brazil. It's Fukuda in the white judogi, Pereira in blue, the referee in the middle, but this one is Jean-Claude Jimby of Gabon.
This should be quite entertaining.
Real humdinger on offer.
Next contest, bronze medal contest for men under 66 kilos. Welcome the referee from Gabon, Mr. Jean-Claude Jimby. Now, please welcome judoka in white judogi, representing Japan, Fukuda Yamato. In blue judogi, representing Brazil, this year Pan American Cadet Championships silver medalist, Matheus Pereira.
I expect fireworks here. Pereira circling around. Fukuda trying to figure out this gripping situation here. Pereira has the double sleeve grip. And they're dancing side by side, side to side. And they're both going to get Shidos here, I believe. Because we came to fight, not to dance. Yeah, that was a good attack. Whoa!
Pereira wasn't finished. Fukuda may have thought that at the end of his attack things were over, but Pereira had a little bit left, didn't he?
Yeah, he's able to generate that lift with his sweeping leg, kicks it really high.
Tries to give him a little feint with the left foot first and then coming with the right Ashiwaza, but Fukuda was up to defending that.
Wow, Fukuda has 2 Shidos already. 2 minutes 40 seconds remaining. Fukuda's going to have to really open up here and try and score. Pereira, if he's able to stall and both guys get Shidos, that's it. I think that's what he's trying to do. I think this is what's going to happen here if no one fires off a significant attack very soon. How much longer is the ref going to let this go? And you guys are just standing here.
And foot tapping.
Shido coming up. I'm going to call it.
Pereira has been the clever one here.
He just won a bronze medal.
Because all he needed to do was to ensure that he nullified anything that Fukuda could attempt. And he ended up picking a bronze medal. So the one there who was most at fault was Fukuda, who fell into that trap.
Yeah.
He could not afford to play that foot tap game. And unfortunately for him, he didn't realize it.
He didn't show a sense of urgency with regards to breaking the grip and creating some action. So Fukuda, he's going to watch that back and be really disappointed.
She should be.
Pereira, bronze medal via tactics.
Boy, did well.
Congratulations, bronze medal goes to Brazil.
Well, I challenge our television crew to find any highlights from that one. That's probably why they're searching the crowd for something, because there were no highlights from that one, I'm afraid.
The highlight is when they were walking to the mat.
They both looked good at that point.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens sometimes. Get a bit of a dud one. I've seen plenty of football games that were 0-0, boring 0-0 draw.
There was a couple fights at the Senior World Championships where the highlights were kumikata.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that that doesn't happen in the final, because we've got one of the most exciting young fighters in the category. Abrek Nagoshev of Russia faces Rostislav Berezhny of Ukraine. It's Nagoshev in the white judo gi, Berezhny in blue, the referee in the middle. For this one to close things out for the day is Zhandos Kiyanov of Kazakhstan. He's got the honor of finishing.
Referee from Kazakhstan, Mr. Zhandos Kiyanov. Please welcome judoka in white.
For me, he's been the most exciting fighter of the day.
silver medalist,
Abrek
Almaty,
Nagushev. The Ukrainian Rostislav Bereshny is going to have his hands full here.
European Cadet Cup winner, Rostislav Bereshny.
He's going to find it very difficult. Nagushev has got nice throwing techniques. He's mature in his approach and his movements. His mat craft is really, really solid. And to help him out in the chair, he's got the 2012 Olympic champion, Arsene Galstian. Useful,
Yeah, that's pretty useful. Someone that's been there. It's hard to give you directions to somewhere you haven't been. He's not wasting any time. Look at that turnover with ease. Ties up.
Oh, he's done this several times today.
Oh,
With
man.
Kazuri Kezigatami, he's just got to get the leg free. That foot comes out, he's in trouble. Out it comes. Osai Komi
Wow.
wasn't tight enough. It was a clever work from Berezhny to unsettle the bottom half. But he's given him a fright already by having him in Osai Komi within the first half minute.
Yeah, that's an excellent way to put it. He's giving him a definite fright.
And he comes up with the threat there, Wazari, with the Sode Suri Komigoshi low on the right side and falling off. Instead of taking him over traditionally over the top, falling off to one side. He leads by Wazari in the first minute. In all
Berezhny looks
Nagushev, yeah.
very discouraged right now. I'm going to say he's mentally beaten already with that Newaza bit and that throw. He's still fighting, but he's definitely worried.
Again, the attempted turnover here. He's working into it. He hasn't finished it yet. This is a work in progress here. Trying to get him onto his back, tighten things up, secure the top half, drag the right foot out. He's only got the foot left in there now. Heel is out, foot's coming out. Osai Komi again. Slightly different technique. And he's lost the arm. He wanted to, as he was escaping from the Kezigatami, he wanted to work on the arm, and he lost that. But you can see within the first half of the contest, 3 opportunities for finishing it off. 2 on the ground, 1 standing up, where he's given Wazari, and Berezhny is just, he's done a what's hit him here.
And this is Berezhny, I mean, a guy who made it to the finals, and I don't want to say he's playing with him, but he's definitely having his way thus far. And looks relatively fresh, mouth closed, breathing through his nose, very composed.
Comfortable, he just dealt with that. And again, he wanted to drag him over there, engage him in the near was. You can see Berezhny only wants to stand up. He's not interested in being on the ground at all. And even when he has the chance to attack him, he says, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'll take a rain check.
Yeah. Block that fairly easily. I think they will want to give, what is it, just the, some tape. Just likes to keep a tidy mat. Don't have any tape on my mat. Again, almost off the wrong side there, just didn't have enough of the Ukrainian to finish off that technique. Neither fighter able to come up with a score from that position.
Yeah, very good mat awareness there by Mugashev.
And you can see that he really wants him on the ground, doesn't he? Nagushev every opportunity that he can get to, even if it's ugly, to drag him and engage him on the ground. He wants to. Not the most attractive of defences. He bends over and leans forward. It doesn't look that great, but it's proved to be effective up to this point.
Look at that double sleeve grip that we saw earlier with Toniolo. And Nugaeva really slows down the pace of a contest. Oh, he had the pulling arm there. Well, Berezhny started to turn up the pace.
Nagushev is second to his feet. He's second to his start point. Bent over double now, just looking that little bit slow here. He hasn't picked up a penalty, so he can afford to back off and defend. Nice turn, that just changed things for him.
Uh-oh. Oh. It looked like he had a solid grip of Berezhny's
20 odd
arm.
seconds to go. Nagushev can hardly get to his feet. Yeah. Really struggling now. 22 seconds left to go. Just got to hang on. Can afford to pick up a penalty. Bent over again. Breathes heavily as Berezhny pursues him. Off the contest area, they call Mate at 14 seconds. He's not going to lose it here. Berezhny, the only thing could do is to throw him. Took this into golden score, Berezhny would take it. And he's gone off the mat there and pick up a penalty. He knows he can afford to. And Galstin is suggesting to him that maybe it'd be better to circle rather than going straight back. Oh,
Wow.
that was close. There's a second left on the clock. Well, I'll tell you, if there were 15, I'll be putting my money on Berezhny. Nagushev just about had enough left in the tank to take him across the line, but only just. Came up with the single score, that was enough to edge Berezhny out.
Gold medalist in 2018 World Cadet Champion in the category for men under 66 kilos.
Not a bad showing for Berezhny today. Silver medal at the World Cadet Judo Championships. And really pushed the pace right to the end. He went right to he fought right to the finish.
Yeah, he was up against the pick of the day for me. You know, Nagushev was my pick of the day. He showed the best judo, the most exciting judo, the most, along with Pereira. Pereira had that kind of scary, you know, you could throw you from any angle. And Nagushev did earlier on. Just in this contest, I don't know what it was. It was as though he was fighting with 80% in the tank, you know, and you need 100% when your opponent isn't going to go 100%. And come the end of the contest, he was kind of running on empty and not, you know, breathing desperately heavy, but he was finding it difficult to get to his feet, get back to the start point, and to re-engage with any kind of seriousness. However, it was Nagushev who ended up taking the gold medal. We've got the awarding ceremonies for the women in the under 52 kilo category, and we'll follow that with the under 66 kilo category. But let's deal with the women first.
For women under 52 kilos. The medals will be presented by the president of the Turkish Judo Federation, Mr. Cesar Kousus.
We almost had lunch with Mr. Cesar Kousus, who's the IJF guest presenting the medals, and the first of the bronze medals goes to Ellen Henniger of the Netherlands. There's a bronze medal also for Mariam Amkhadova of Russia. That was particularly two good performances, to be honest, Henniger and Amkhadova. Silver medal goes to Lilia Nugaeva of Russia, but the gold medal goes to Veronica Toniolo of Italy. And what a battle that was, that epic golden score contest. The Italian eventually coming out on top. I say epic, it was epic in terms of time, not necessarily in terms of quality. I wish I could say otherwise. The only other contest of that length that I remember was also at the Cadet World Championships, but in Santiago in Chile, in the semi-final of the under 57 kilo category, when Natalia Kropska of Poland defeated Nakaya Haruka of Japan. That was an epic battle, both in terms of time and just sheer quality. That was a good one. This one, well, the Italian one.
For the national anthem of Italy.
And now the national anthem of Italy.
İtalya memleketten en önemli.
Thank you very much. Now, family picture with
Several happy Italians in the crowd, some of whom competed yesterday.
Let's give your warm applause to our medalists, please.
Henniger hasn't been on a big time podium before because she thought it was all over, but when you hit the big time you have to stay for one more family photograph.
I always get a kick out
She'll
of
get
the
used to it.
silver medalist is the only one that's not smiling constantly. And it makes sense because every other person won their last match.
Yeah, true. Right, okay, we've got one more awarding ceremony to bring you. It's the under 66 kilo category. No doubt the fighters will be lined up, and as soon as the superstars for the moment, the under 52 kilo category fighters, leave the stage, we'll get underway with that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear spectators, now we are waiting for the last awarding ceremony. This will be for the men.
You just have to swap out the flags.
Well, we'll just have a few shots of some of the crowd then, why not? We appear to have had a good day. We struggle sometimes with a few bits and pieces. I'm sorry about that. We haven't always been able to bring you everything that we would like to. It's just the way it goes sometimes. sometimes we go to places and they give you this little survey or things that say, you know, how was your stay? 9 times out of 10 it's absolutely wonderful, and you know, you'll fill in and say just how good things were and what you liked and how pleasing it was to meet people and be places. Well, Kazakhstan is up there apart from one thing.
What's that?
Internet connection.
Yeah. Yeah, the first night I had a really good internet connection. I realized it was because it was 3 o'clock in the morning and everybody was sleeping, but once everybody woke up, it slowed down dramatically.
And given that we're in the business of communicating quickly and providing people with information at home globally, you know, all over the world, you know, you want to be able to tell them things as it happens, or very soon thereafter. And I guess a little bit difficult. You can't.
Yeah, there's a lot of information that has to make its way out of these tournaments. Various, I mean, there's photographs, there's video, there's just various amounts of information. Every single department relies on an internet connection.
Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 66 kilo category. And the first of the bronze medals goes to Matias Pereira of Brazil. There's a bronze medal also for Tilgun Tinabe of Kazakhstan. Silver medal goes to Rostislav Berezhny of Ukraine, but the gold medal goes to Abrek Nagushev of Russia. Luckily, we have the old-fashioned thing known as paper that we've been writing down on dutifully. I'm sure some of the young people remember what that is.
Yeah, paper. There's pencils and there's
always
markers,
good.
crayons, a whole bunch of stuff.
Luckily, we were using pen and paper. Otherwise, would have missed out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Russian Federation.
And now the national anthem of Russia.
Thank you very much. Now, family picture with the ladies and best judoka of this category, men under 66 kilo.
Right, there is the final quartet picture for today, the 4 winning medalists from the under 66 kilo category. Well, that brings us to a close for today, day 2 of competition. At the end of day 2, we've had 2 gold medals from Japan, Italy, Russia, Kazakhstan, Hungary, Turkey and Chinese Taipei have 1 medal each. We're going to have more action and more judo tomorrow on day 3 of competition from Almaty in Kazakhstan. But from Anthony Corelli and myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Arkadaşlar geldi. Jasözlüklerin arasında Judo sporcu boyunca Erdenim şampiyonatın yeni güçlüğüne muhteşem ayaklarla Koyun oyuncular, atlaslar sattım diye yönetti.